Hey everybody, I'm sitting outside in the rain right now and I was talking to the ducks. I want to show you, these are only a few, the ducks that show up, but I was having a heart-to-heart with them, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's my geese right there. Those ducks right there. The two little ones are my babies. I think they're gonna be boys, but they're the last two survivors of 7. And I was just sitting out here in the rain, just saying how I wish I could be a duck. You wanna know why? Because ducks are fantastic. They seem to have the easiest life you could imagine, right? If I was a duck, I would just to float up and down the river every day, have somebody bring you food. You don't have to worry about any fucking problems other than beef with the other ducks, which these geese right here, it's about time for them to start beefing on the block here, because every day they do it. But that's it. You just gotta worry about other ducks, and maybe birds of prey. I don't know where Harry is right now, but if he pops up, I'll show you Harry. He's a pterodactyl, but sorry. But yeah, I was just thinking today, I've been in my head today, thinking, which really isn't a good idea, just about how life sucks. Every single day, I have, I can't say this word, existential dread, that it's gonna be over one day, and what's gonna happen after that? Is it all just gonna be black? Am I gonna go to hell? Probably. The rain is pelting me in the face. But yeah, just how hard life is. Like how hard my life is compared to that of a duck's. Ducks just seem to have it all figured out. You eat the bugs, you go in the water, you chill. But meanwhile, here we are in life, fucking trying to figure it out. Trying to get through our days, moping about. Life is hard, it's sad, it's boring, it's long. I used to say when I was younger, more so younger than I am right now, I used to only want to make it till 25, right? 25 was just the golden age. I had already done so much in my life. 25 just seemed like a perfect time to just die, And here I am, well past 25, just kind of trying to figure out, well, what's next? You've only planned up to so far, and here you are, well past that point. And then I work all day. My mom recently got a job. She's not staying at home anymore, which I didn't want her to, but she's gonna do what she wants to do. She's an adult, right? So as soon as I get off work, I have to come home and I have to make dinner. I have to feed the lovely ducks, the beauties, my little babies, and then I have to feed the dog. And then by the time I eat, it's time for bed, and I gotta go to bed and do it all over again tomorrow. And then I think if I was a duck, there would be little to no responsibilities, I wouldn't have to do everything. But then I started thinking, well, am I feeling this way just because I don't want to do everything, So I came out to feed the ducks and I started talking to them about how shitty life is and how I wish I could be one of them. And if they could, include me into their family. I shall be a duck. I've made up my mind. No, I think I just get into my mind too much and start thinking about everything that I need to do. There's like so much shit that I need to get done and that I should be doing, but I just don't want to do it. And if I could be a duck, I could just get away from it all. You know? I could just sit here, wait to be fed by me every day. Twice a day. And I have problems. I have so many problems that I know I need to fix my problems. I know I need to fix them. It's just the hardest part is starting to fix them, right? I can get myself it's not that I can get myself mentally prepared. I can tell myself that we can do it. I can tell myself, hey Kate, you got it. Tomorrow we'll do this. And we'll just go from there, but I never make it to that point. And if I was a duck, maybe I wouldn't have these types of issues. If I was a duck, I wouldn't smoke too. That's probably the best thing that could ever happen to me. That would be the only bad thing about being a duck. I'd be in the rain whenever that happened. But I would also have like a million feathers on me. Down feathers. That would basically make me waterproof. But I think about all these problems that I'm having. And then when I go to bed, I just think about them more. My phone's all wet. Hold on. Every day, I stop at this kind of mini mart thing, right, to get my cigarettes. And on the telephone pole, there's a sign. I'm not going to say exactly what the sign says, because we'll cross that bridge on another day. But I look at the sign every time I pull in, and every time I pull out. There's a phone number on the sign. And the sign says, obviously, like, what it is, right? And every day, I tell myself that maybe you should call the phone number on that sign. You know, that'll be at least trying to do something about your issues. I even texted, I don't really tell people too much about myself. This is probably as close to speaking about my problems as I get to anyone. But I texted my sister too. I was like, I sent her a picture of the sign. I was like, maybe I should call it. But then I started thinking, I'm like, well, they're gonna like put you in therapy and whatnot. We already did that once and it was shit. Even though Jessica she was great. Loved her. I just feel like there's this wall in my brain. And I'm scratching at the wall. And you'd think if you scratch at something long enough, it'll start to break down. But this wall is made of concrete, steel beams and concrete, and you just can't get your fingernails into it enough to start ripping little pieces out. I don't know, I was just sitting here in the rain, feeding the ducks. And I start talking to the ducks because one looks like it's having a problem with its wing and its leg. It's fine though. And I just started talking to the ducks about my issues. And I was like, well, maybe I should film this. It'll be something to talk to about. It might be something so other people can relate to. I don't know. But I guess sometimes you just need to sit in the rain and talk to some ducks. It's not like it helped anything. Nothing's, really no help ducks can offer except for me being jealous of them, mainly. I caught myself today. Being an asshole when I snatched something out of somebody's hand and just kind of dropped it right in front of where I told them to set it. I just snatched it and dropped it. I caught myself doing that because I get frustrated, right? It was a long day. Not a terrible day. It was a long day. When I caught myself doing that, I said I was sorry. It's just one of those days. When I start feeling really bad for myself, for no reason, when I catch myself having, those bad days, I look at everybody else around me. I'm pretty good at doing this. Looking at everybody else and putting myself into their shoes and thinking about, well, maybe they're having a bad day too. I shouldn't be acting this way towards them because that's not going to make anybody's day better. Even when I'm walking down the street and I'm having a bad day, I look at everybody. I'm a people watcher, looking at everybody else and just thinking what's going on maybe in their life. And I always try to do this to make myself feel not as shitty and as bitchy. And it usually helps. But I can't put myself in the duck's shoes, you know? I can try. I want to be in their shoes. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on every day in my brain, but some days are better than others, you know? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in now that my hair's nice and soaked. Hopefully these curls, let's get these curls going. Ooh, what was that? That was a water drop. I'm trying to keep it somewhat clean. Let's scrunch our hair a little bit. Rainwater is always good for my hair. It makes it curly. It's the start of the week. Hopefully it gets better. It should get better. It'll always get better. Unless it gets worse, which I always keep my mind open to that happening. I want to thank everybody, though, for watching my little short film. I didn't know what to call it because it's not a film. It's short, but it's not like a story. I didn't know what to call it. So, thank you, everybody. I'm glad to see so many people could relate to something that was conjured up into my head that I feel like I go through on a daily. I do go through on a daily, but I'm glad so many people could relate. And it was quite open to interpretation, which I didn't think it would be, but it was. And I was surprised by that. So, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna get out of the rain now. Maybe go eat. Maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Anyways, we all made it one more week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.